Hi, Sagittarius. This is Just with your November 2018 reading. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. So, Sagittarius, I'm going to say to you, like I said to Virgo before I start your reading, because Virgo is actually the only other sign I believe. Yeah, Virgo. I believe Virgo. Yeah, I believe, if not Leo, maybe including that, but I believe almost sure, certainly that Virgo is the only other sign. Now, I've been telling every sign that they are having a defining moment right now that's going to be probably matured or realized mid 2019, but this will be their turning point for them should they choose to make the right decision. For you guys, this isn't your turning point moment, okay? Just like Virgo, you guys are literally settling things. This is still more of the same, if that makes any sense. Okay. Now, so this isn't that turning point, defining moment. Like if you do this, then, that type of thing. But this is more of like settling things. I want to also say that for some of you, okay, there's good things coming up, but it's not, I'm seeing in the month of November. Okay. There are really some huge, powerful things that could be coming up down the line. Okay. It's a process though, but it's coming down the line for some of you. So I want to also say that. Now, getting into your spread, it seems like some of you could have definitely gotten an opportunity, a job. You could have started school. There's just a new opportunity afoot for you. Now, if that is the case, then what I'm about to say to some of you, you may feel like, well, I'm past that. I've gotten on the other side of it, because this may be, just again, sifting through old energy that has been permeating for some of you months prior or weeks prior. But I do see for some of you, definitely, you have been in a state of influx, downright depression. Some of you may feel like you don't have the energy to do anything. Like, you may feel like you're tired when you wake up, even though you went to sleep at like 7 and now it's like 8 o'clock in the morning. You still can't necessarily get up. You just don't have that energy. You just don't have the zest, the zeal. Mind you, keep in mind, Jupiter is at its last degrees. And yes, it's definitely coming into Sagittarius November, I think 6th or 8th. I think it's November 8th. So when it comes into Sag, but probably won't be completely felt for possibly, a few weeks, maybe 2 months or so before you can actually feel it fully, where it's like, oh, I got it, that type of thing. Excuse me. So there's that. Your Jupiter has been in a 12th house energy, which is all about aging, preparing for death, prison, hospitals, needing to take a break, lack and low of energy. So it's no wonder why you've been, your flag has been half staff. Like, give yourself a break if you've been hard on yourselves, feeling like, I'm a Sagittarius. What's going on here? Your planet is in this house of death, like preparing to end life. So you're definitely going through a lot of endings. And I just guys want you to definitely be aware and just keep that in your forefront. That being said, again, lack of energy, not being able to kind of be your full self, and just downright, some of you are getting over a huge heartbreak and disappointment. Doesn't necessarily have to be love. It could be you wanted that job, you didn't get it. You wanted that house, you didn't get it. You wanted to move by now, you can't. It's just so much stuff maybe happening all at once that's just a disappointment that some of you are just like, I can't. It's that type of thing, but some of you could be going through. And because of it, I do see that some of you have definitely been in a challenge state. You've not been on top of things. You've not been able to focus. Excuse me, I may be doing that from time to time because I've just gotten over a cold. So, one tried to creep up, but I had to attack it. So it's still trying to fight me back. So I may be having to clear my throat, guys. But I do see not being able to focus, guys, not being able to focus. And your challenge is having that pick up and go. You may find that you've had it at times, but it's like if it burns out quick, and it's like, damn it, I'm telling you, do one thing, it's like, I can't. I can't, or you just don't have that same energy for some of you. Now, some of you may not have this. You may have some other energies in your chart that doesn't affect you to this extent, but I only have to tell you what I see. And I do see that there has been something that came out of the blue. Some of you may out of the blue feel like you need to move. You need a new surgence on life. You may have ended, and I do see some type of an end. So there could have been a loss of a job, and now you're looking for a new opportunity. You're communicating, trying to get, maybe calling, following up with people, trying to see what you can get another job or get into a new opportunity. You may have gotten some bites, like someone could have been very much interested in you, a company that could be very much a viable company. I feel like some of you could have been lying about your credentials. You may have been less than honest about your credentials. And the thing is that you have to be very honest with this particular job. Because I feel like it's a very by the book, a very rules and regulated company, and you may have come in like lying, not being very honest. And if that is the case, you may not get the job for some of you. So it looks like you may not even really be expecting to get it because you could have embellished your resume, that sort of thing. Be very careful if the workplace, if you're working, you may run right into someone finding out that you've been lying. So if you, again, been less than honest on your resume or your background check, that sort of thing, you may get called into the office and be let go because they've found you out. So be careful with that. If you're looking for work, be honest. And I feel like put your resumes out there, go on interviews, yes, believe it just there. Don't get overly hyped and don't feel like this is it. Just prepare yourself and just keep going as you're going. Because I feel, again, as you may not be very honest. And if you're being very honest, people are not being very honest with you. So they may say, yeah, we want you. Or yeah, you're this, you're that. And then it's like, I didn't even hear from them. So you may be getting a lot of false offers, if that makes any sense. Or you may, again, have a good offer, but because they found you out, you don't get the job. Now, it looks like for some of you, if that isn't the case, you may find that if you have your own business, you may find that you have a lot of people coming to you. Yeah, but it'll be more like out of the blue. You may have like a peak and valley situation with sales if you have your own business. Some days may be good. Some things may be completely quiet. Some of you may be getting some chargebacks, so be careful with that. I would say definitely this month, budget. Save for a rainy day. Just be very smart about how you're spending your money. It seems external. Again, people can be very manipulating, so be careful what you hear, what people tell you. Just take it with a grain of salt. And I feel that someone or people external to you, you may be attracting jobs where it's a lot of work and very little pay. You may have a discrepancy with taking jobs because they just really don't want to pay anything. And for some of you, it could be your Saturn in your second house, right? So you're having to take the scraps that are out there. Now, excuse me, there is you may, if you're working at a job, you may find that someone is leaving a job. They may feel like, I'm not putting in all these hours. I'm not doing this anymore. And they just quit. They'll just up and quit. Again, taking you through a whole process of an interview and testing and all of this stuff, and then they don't choose you. So, unfortunately, you are definitely hearing the reality of the spread that I'm giving you. That's what I see, and that's what I'm going to let you know. And some of you may be at your wit's end of hearing bad news and it not being the greatest thing that you want to hear. But trust me, it's honest and it's just the reality of your situation. It's always easy when it's another sign that you could be hearing. It's like, wow, they're going through it, but it's not your reality. And then when it becomes yours, it's like, this is not fun at all. Now, what is a blessing, I think, and what can't be changed, what's happening, is not to say that it can't be changed. Anything can be changed, obviously, but what has a higher possibility of happening is I do see you guys becoming very clear. This is not the month where Sagittarius is going to be selling themselves short or filling themselves up with lies or wasting time daydreaming. And I really do see that some of you guys are going to get very clear. Okay. If you have your own business, you will probably be doing good. You'll be okay. You'll be able to definitely get yourself through. You'll be fine if you have your own business. If you work in a job, I've just explained that there could be some things that has come out that some of you could lose your job, or it could be someone around you. There could be some warnings, that sort of thing going on at the workplace. Also, you guys could be blowing a whistle on someone, is what I'm saying here very clearly. But I feel that you're going to be very clear. Okay. If there's anything that you've done, it's like, okay, lesson learned. I'm going to do this differently. And I do see that you guys are going to be seeing through a very clear lens, the realities of everything that's coming in your life. Now, that being said, this is the present time. This is November. Obviously, it is today. It's October 25th. So this is from October 25th until the beginning of November. Okay. What I've said so far. Second half of November, I see that there's going to be a man that's going to be very prominent. Now, Sag men, this can be you, or this can be a male energy that can come in your direction, or, the Sag woman's direction. But I feel like there's going to be a man that is going to make all the difference. Second half of November, you may be getting an offer. So if you're looking for work, definitely keep putting your resumes out there. You may not get one opportunity, and it's just a lesson. Don't lie. Don't lie. Or it may be that if you've been the one being lied to, it just makes you not care. I think, putting these resumes out, looking for work, or having to let someone know, listen, you've been giving me your crap. I'm not taking any more of your work. Don't leave that here, or whatever this is situation, because you may have to, again, like I said, pull someone's coat at work. But whatever it is, it's like you'll say it, and it's like you're not even going to allow the disappointment to come. It's like, it is what it is. I'll deal with it. I've dealt with worse. I don't care. And I think part of just letting it be, or keep moving forward in spite of, brings this new opportunity to you the second half of the month. Okay. And I feel like this person is going to be very soft-spoken, very sensitive, very emotionally available. And I'm not talking about love. I'm talking about someone who is very pleasant, very sweet, and I wanted to say honest, but nurturing, like they care, and it's like you're going to get out of this state of feeling trapped, feeling stuck, feeling confused. That's definitely leaving in November. Okay. For those of you, obviously, who is in this energy here, because some of you could be a month behind, 2 months behind, but some of you may be ahead, but I definitely see that in the second half, there's definitely going to be getting out of your head. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Getting out of your head, getting over all of this disappointment. And it's like, bam, something comes in quick. Okay. An offer comes into you quick. So for some of you, you may not have heard from a place either. You may just assume that, oh, damn, the jig is up. They got me. they found that I was lying on my resume. Oh, oops! They found that they found that little discretion in my background check. Oh my goodness! They found out, my drug test was dirty. Something, it could be anything, right? Oh, they found out that little blemish, especially if it's like with a federal, state, something that does their due diligence. But then you find that second part of November that nope, and you get an offer, and it comes in very quickly for you, very, very quickly for you. And if you have Scorpio in your chart, particularly the rising sign, or if you may have some other part of Sagittarius, and you may be a Scorpio or have Scorpio rising, pay very close attention, because this will be very true for you in the work sector. Because I got for Scorpio that someone's going to come in, and I kept telling them, be ready, because when these people come in with this offer, you've got to be on top of your toes. So if you haven't heard Scorpio, and if you have Scorpio in your chart, particularly rising or sun, because I am speaking about career, go listen to it, because that is a defining moment. So now, going back to you guys. I know you're like, damn, just go ahead. I don't want to hear all of that. Okay, fine. So that's the second half. Definitely offers coming in very fast. And one where I want to say someone really likes you. Like, this person likes you. They like the rapport. They like you, you know? So it's a very pleasant offer that's going to come in very fast. Now, I do see that, an offer comes in, and it's like you may have to make some adjustments. Definitely. It's like you have to adjust yourself, Sag. You have to readjust yourself, because I get, the offer comes in. They may not be able to start you right away. You may now start the process of like the background and having to take this exam, or, having to go through the next steps or whatever steps you have to take. But I do see that, some of you may, I know I'm taking so long with this, right? But some of you, may want to let it go. You may want to let the situation go. You may be wrestling with whether or not it's enough pay. I hope that's not what you're doing, not with Saturn in your second house. Okay. Not to say take whatever you can get, but this will be more than what you coming into November, possibly going to make. And, you may be trying to decide what you're going to do next. Okay. Cause it's weird. It's like an offer comes in, but there's an end to it. Into that offer. Some of you may start on this second half of the month. You get an offer that comes in really fast, and that's when they're going to do their investigation and say, "Oh, nope, not going to work. Nope, not going to work." Because I do get this up down energy that's going on. But if this is not them, then this is you trying to decide: should I take it? Should I not? If you need a job, obviously you should take it. Some of you may be trying to decide whether or not you end your job, leave your job, and start completely new. Like, I don't want to be an accountant anymore. I want to go off and be a chef. It's like, don't just leave something. You don't make a decision to leave, because karma is looking at you. So you don't make a decision to leave. If it's being taken from you, then you accept it for what it is. You take the lesson and you move forward. If you decide for it to leave, then it's going to be a lot of lessons that you're going to have to kind of deal with after. It's almost like staying a gift horse in the mouth. So being ungrateful for an opportunity that's coming your way. I'm trying to see how else this obviously can play out with this scenario, because it's kind of like a conflicting message here, an offer coming in, but it's almost like, before it can even be offered, it ends. Okay. And then there's this avenue of you thinking, should I even go in a whole completely new direction? Should I even be thinking about wanting to pursue this at all? So some of you may have this new thing that you're trying to do, but then it doesn't possibly pay much, or you have to work a lot. And you may be deciding to go back to a field or a course of work that will yield you a certain amount of money that you deserve or you need. But it's just a fact of, do I want to do that? Do I want to go back to that? So it could be that as well. I do see that things balancing out. However, I see that some of you are going to be moving forward. Now, this is the thing. As we get into the third week, some of you are going to gain your traction back again. And it's funny because it's like, there's going to be a settlement or needing to settle something. Okay. And I keep getting externally to you from the second week on. You're going to have people that are willing to work with you, people that are willing to, like, you keep having these encounters with people where they are willing to work with you. They are wanting to connect with you. And it's like, you have to go after the opportunity. You have to go after that opportunity, and you have to claim it. And you have to be very honest, okay, about a situation. Don't embellish, don't lie, don't scheme, don't do any of that, particularly you. You have a lot of karma in your cards. You have damn near all the karma cards here. So you want to be very honest and have as much integrity as possible. Okay. But going into the third week, I do see an opportunity once again coming into you very strong. And I feel like this time you're going to take it. You're going to take the opportunity and you're going to move forward. And it's going to feel very exhilarating toward the end of the month. And it's almost like, again, you're leaving November again with the death card. I see this death card one more time. But the thing is that it's looking at the sun. And I feel like you have a strong knowing of where you're going. Okay, here on out. It's a strong knowing of where you're going here on out. So it's like November, it's not a wash. It's a huge lesson for you guys in November up until now. Now, mid part of November, there's going to be this curtain opening of what it can be. But then as we get out of the second part of November, going into the third week, everything stops again. And then it's like an offer comes, but then it's rescinded. And then there's more waiting. And then when the next opportunity comes, it's almost like you're being told, have you learned? Did you get it? Did you get it now? You got it? Good. And it's like, I got it. And it's like, you're going to be like, okay. Because it looks like it's going to be an opportunity, one that's going to be really good for you. A great partnership that you're going to go after. And it seems like you're going to claim it. And you're going to be happy. But again, it's like it's causing you to understand that this death that you've been going through all this time is only for you to be reborn, because I have the death card and the sun. And as we know, the sun card is a dual card, and it also signifies a baby in that card. So you're finally reborn. You're entering into a completely new cycle, one with so much wisdom and lessons and knowing and understanding, and this unyielding knowing that you create your reality, right? And you know where you want to go here on out. Okay. And so you're taking what you know, you're taking what you have, and you're going to make something out of it. Absolutely. You're going to make something out of it. Now, let's get into love. Okay. But I have to say, before I get into love, I have to say, this definitely is going to, I'll wrap this up. This is definitely going to create or cause you to really you have to have some control. You have to have some control. Okay? Because I feel like there's going to be some people or someone in particular that's going to try to stand in the way of that. Stand in the way of it. But you have got to keep your eye on the prize. Yeah. You got to keep your eye on the prize. Okay? Now, what I want to say to you is love right now, let's be honest, okay? Love right now for you guys is in the pits. You guys are just trying to get over this heartache, this pain. One day is getting a little bit better than the other. And you haven't been able to focus on anything else. You haven't been able to even stand your ground 100%. This breakup kind of came in a way that really kind of shattered you in some ways. And I feel like it's almost like 1 minute you are looking ahead and seeing the possibilities and wanting to be free, or someone wanted to be free from you. And some things came out, some truths came out, and that could have really set you back. However, you are getting clear. You're no longer being manipulated or believing your own illusions. You are seeing things for what they are coming into the month of November. Happy birthday to you, late November, Sagittarius. I do feel like there has perhaps been an offer that's come into you, perhaps about this relationship, but it was met with very strong communication. So this person could have tried to come back, and yes, they're coming back as a Seven of Swords. Someone's lying, cheating, and being less than ethically sound. leaving behind a female, by the way. They definitely have someone in their life. And this person that they have in their life believes that they're working. She just believes that he's hard at work and he's a hard worker, and that's it. He's just working. And this person is a manipulator. This person is a liar, and you're very deceptive. And I feel like at this point, if you haven't in the month of October, you will in the first part of November explain to them that you're a liar, a cheat. You'll just tell them everything. And if it's not you, it could be your mother, it could be your sister, it could be someone that you know that's giving them a what for, but you're giving them a what for and sending them back on their way. And I feel like there is... Now, this can work in two ways. This person can have another person and they may feel like, oh, you still love me, but I feel like for the most part, they have someone in their life and they're keeping a lot of secrets. They're carrying a lot of burdens and they're going to decide to just let the situation go. Okay. Perhaps for now. I feel like it's a for now situation because this is a person who thinks that they're narcissistic and they think that they are the cleverest person. So they're going to always try to come back. Okay. And they have that foundation with that person who isn't going to question them, who isn't going to doubt them, who isn't going to, question them. So they feel like they can go and come and do whatever they want to do. Now, second half of the month, I feel like there's someone that's coming in. This person is going to be emotionally available, expressing themselves very much to you. Okay. And I would want to say, well, this doesn't necessarily have to be love, but it has a lot of love cards associated with it. And I feel like you may be in a place where you're still trying to get over this hurt and this pain. And this person, you may be getting a lot of phone calls from them, text messages from them. There's a lot of energy expressing how they feel toward you. It could also, I have to tell you, it could also be this person coming back, but trying to come back in a whole nother face. But I almost feel like this is a new person. This is someone different than that person that's coming in trying to express how they feel. And it's going to be a lot of messages. They want to see you. They may be at a distance from you as well, but they're wanting to see you. They want to spend some time with you, that they have very strong feelings for you. Or it just may be like, hey, I miss you. How's everything? And it could just be a friend. You okay? Well, listen, I love you. It could be your son. It could be, but just because you have the King of Cups and the Ace of Cups does not necessarily mean that it has to be love. I know I'm saying love, but for all of you, it will be different. And for some of you, it won't necessarily be a love person coming in. It would just be like perhaps a family member who is expressing their love for you and telling you how much they miss you. So just keep that in mind as well. And I feel that, but going back to actual love, this person is going to continue. So it's like the second half going into the third part of the month, this person will continue to express how they feel. And then they may go silent, perhaps because you're not necessarily being very forthcoming with them. So this person could go silent, but I do see there being some form of a block, like they can't get to you, or they just decide to kind of let it go for now, and that, they're not going to try to pursue you any longer. And this person is waiting. Okay. So if there's somebody that comes into your life and you just feel like, I'm not ready for this, or someone comes back into your life and you always feel like this can't be, this is too good to be true. And no, I'm not going to give this. I'm not going to do it. It's like, go with your intuition. Okay. And this person is going to try for a while, but then they'll stop. They'll let it go. They'll feel like it's done. It's over. But at the same time, they're going to be waiting. They're going to be waiting around for your phone call. They're going to be waiting around for your text message. They're going to be waiting around to hear from you. And I feel that it's like, here's the thing. For some of you, there could be somebody that comes into your life, like a new person that comes into your life. And because you're trying to get over this old situation, you're not being as receptive as you possibly would be in the past. Well, they are going to kind of give you your space, which is what you are giving them signs that you want them to do. But after reconciling things with yourself, because I feel like there's some element of having to reconcile things with yourself, you may come back again and really share how you feel. Like, yes, I like you, that sort of thing. Again, some of you could be on the outs with your mate and they come back around, you're still mad at them. They give you some space, and then you want to work things out. You want to settle some things, and you guys come back to each other and say how much you miss each other. Now, if this is that new person I was speaking of, and you decide to settle some things, or maybe realize that, hey, we really do need to work on some things. And listen, I'm just coming out of something, and I really wasn't expecting to have these feelings, because with the Two of Cups here, which I wasn't expecting to see, especially with all of this stuff going on with Sagittarius, that's a mutual exchange of love, mutual, with two people mutually expressing their love for one another, or their like for one another. It does not have to be love, but it's a mutual expression. You both feel the same way, and you're getting on that page of communicating to one another. But once you start to give this new person a chance, then this new person could be a person that you've known before, but whatever you're doing now, it's new. Here come this old person. This old person is coming back again, okay? Wanting another chance, wanting another try, trying to come back into your life, want another chance and want another try. And they're going to come. This person is physically coming to you. Now, some of you may be trying to work on a relationship and you guys may be over the phone saying, I miss you too. I want to see you so bad. I want to see you too. And before you know it, careful what you ask for, because they're coming. They're coming to your front door. They want to see you. They want to be with you. Now, I have to say this. If there's somebody from your past that you feel like the second half of the month, they're coming on extremely strong with, because somebody wants to reconcile. They've been thinking about it a long time. They want to get back together and they want to heal the situation. However, and in the second part of November, they really are going to be coming on strong. And all of you guys are going to know that this is you, because it's not going to be, you're not going to be, it's going to be very clear. Excuse me. It's going to be very clear. If you're not hearing from someone, it's not you. It's the person that's hearing from this person. And the things that a lot of communication is going on, even if it's just one way, them texting you, calling you, you may be apprehensive, and then they go quiet. And then before we get into the end of the third week, some things need to be settled. And then there is this conversation of trying to settle things. But then, I miss you or I want you gets in the way of that. And then it's like, I want to see you. I want to see you too. And that's it. The person's on their way. They coming. It's going to feel like amazing, right? However, there's going to be an end. It's going to be an end. And it's like I said, your cards are still all over the place. So it's like an ending. It's like this happiness, like, oh, I'm so happy. And then the situation ends. Okay. And then there's like a new beginning. Okay. And it's like a new beginning and a knowing who you are. So if something breaks up, I'll say this: if you allow yourself to re-engage with someone in the month of November, because you want to have this moment, just like I was telling Libra, with them, know that the situation is going to end, just like I was telling Libra, and know that there's a new beginning in a way that I feel like it's not going to affect you the way it did the last time. However, if I were you, I wouldn't try to take a chance to make sure that it doesn't. Okay. Because the death card is here and you guys can't seem to escape this death card. So, there's like an end to this thing of family. There's like an end. Okay. Someone may come, and as soon as they come, they leave. Okay. And then you realize there's a death of this, what I thought was a family, of what I thought I was going to have with this person as, a long-term love. And because I don't see like a coming together. I see two people saying they miss each other and they love each other, not being mutual. And then the person runs over to you. But it's like as soon as they come, they leave. And I don't see that moment of like physically being together, even though the Two of Cups can speak of that. But it could be realizing that the family you thought you were going to have with this person, or the family that you have with them, is no longer. But what comes out of it is a deeper knowing of self and where you're going in your life and where you want to be. Okay. So that's what I see for some of you. Now, those of you who are single, it looks like you're going to be caught up in a rapture with somebody mid-month. Okay. And they're going to be they're going to be relentless, and you are not going to give them the time of day, but you may circle back around. And then once you're trying to get to know one person, another person comes up. That old person is coming back out of the blue. Okay. And I feel for some of you who are single, though, you may come to a conclusion that you end that situation with that past person. And it's like you secretly, like almost like some of you, and I know I was telling another sign that like somebody is going to secretly propose. 35 minutes. I'm wrapping this up. Okay. So someone's going to secretly propose, perhaps. Someone may secretly propose. Someone, and I don't feel like this will happen now. This may be like 2 years from now. This could happen for some of you. 2 years, and this was like 2 years. Maybe like 2 years from now, 2020, something like that. Like this thing comes full circle. I just keep seeing that there's going to be an end. There's going to be an end to this person. But it's like a whole new world, like a whole new life starts. A whole new life starts for you. Definitely. But November is definitely the comeback. Like the reuniting or trying to get back together with somebody. Somebody's going to be completely relentless. Next year, you may have a lot of people vying for your attention. I would like to see Sagittarius next year. Because I see a lot of conflict coming up for you next year, and the same thing. So I think that you guys really, really need to, I almost want to shuffle the cards, because it's like, how do you get out of this matrix? This is what I think I'm going to call it, the matrix. Yeah. Somebody's going to be like relentless towards you. This thing is going to, this is what I wanted to say. And then I'm going to leave. This is going to definitely go into 2019. But here's the thing. The best thing you could do is focus on your money, focus on your life, because going into December, it's like you're going to finally get it. But it's like you may waste the whole freaking month getting it. So really focus. If you can block someone, maybe you should do that. Maybe you should just cut them off at the knees so that they can't even get to you. But definitely, next year, I feel like whatever you're going through now is sifting into next year. And I feel like some of you won't be out of it until like the summertime of 2019, where you can finally say, okay, but what you learned won't ever leave you. That's the thing. The knowing that you have now, you can't unknow. So it's almost like you guys are forever tainted. I'm sorry, because you're no longer going to ever be this happy-go-lucky, just me, Sag. It's almost like you got the dreaded stain of Scorpio on you. You got that dreaded stain of Scorpio of like always looking at people like, that type of thing, unfortunately. And I feel like it's not going to be probably until 2020. Like once we get into September, September, October is when you're going to finally feel free again. Like I feel like myself. So don't pressure yourself. Next year may be a wash for some of you. And I was thinking of that just, I think earlier today or yesterday. I was like, I think for Sagittarius, they're going to be dealing with this stuff all the way into next year. And I feel that then prepare for the right situation and the right person 2020. You're going to start having your moment. And I'm like, damn it, Jupiter is going to be in our sign next year. But I just feel like the situation is going to drag out, unfortunately. So that's what I have for you guys. I know it's been long as hell. It's like going on 40 minutes, and I've never done a 40-minute reading. But the cards that I saw at first, I was really sad. I kept trying to get more cards to give you a little hope. But hell, somebody's coming back. And again, it's like another karmic situation going on. There could be another person that's coming around again too. And at the end of the day, you're going to come out learning a lot at the end of the month is what I believe. So I hope that this has been helpful for you guys. If you would like to share, please do so. I want to hear from you, Sagittarius. You know, I want to really hear about what's going on with you, Sagittarius. So if you want to share, please do so, and try to, if you've gone through it on the other side of it, leave some more encouraging words for some Sagittarius that may be going through some stuff right now. And anything that you guys would like to friendly leave in the comment section below, please do so. We love to hear from you. If you want something personal with me, I can be reached in the beginning and into this video and in the description box below. And if you are new to this channel, welcome. It is never this long. Never this long. And subscribe because I will be back very soon with a definite shorter one. Take care, Sagittarius.